planet. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to sink the planet. 1 minute. 1 minute to sink the planet. 11 o'clock. It's Sink the Planet. Hey kids, it's a Missenden Flyer here. Hope you're well. You join me at exactly 11 o'clock on the 1st of August. An absolutely beautiful day here in Blighty. Just show you the clock if you can see that. 11 o'clock just on the instrument binnacle there. And that is important because this particular vlog I'm recording in aid of Sink the Planet. I don't know if you've heard of Sink the Planet before. I hadn't heard of it until recently actually when one of my subscribers pointed it out. But what it is, it's something that started last year. It was started by fellow vlogger Docman Goes Riding. I think is his name, sorry if I got that wrong. And what it is, it's basically where where as many as possible moto vloggers get together at exactly the same time around the planet and record a video of what they're doing on their motorcycle. Hence Sink the Planet. Now of course I'm dead lucky because I live not too far from London. And in fact the time to do the Sink the Planet is 12 o'clock Paris time, which translates to 11 o'clock London time. So I get to do it on a nice Saturday morning. Whereas of course some of my fellow vloggers out and about around the world are doing it all times of day and night. I know that a lot of these vlogs will be in darkness, so I'm very lucky. I've got it very easy in that respect. Although of course it does just raise the question, why is it midday Paris time that we do this? Why isn't it midday London time? Because of course London does house the Greenwich Meridian, the place where time kind of starts for the day. It would make more sense to me for that to happen. That of course is the sort of thing that leads to wars. There's been lots of debate over the Greenwich Meridian and where it should be over the years, and there's always been a scrap between Paris and London as to where it should be. Of course London won out, and the reason why I mention that things like wars are cause for less is because the theme of this year's Sink the Planet is world peace. Now each Sink the Planet has a theme. World peace, you know, let's choose a big one. Well, what can we say about that? More later. But anyway, stay tuned, stick around. I want to show you some of the local area, and particularly one of my favourite places around here on this Sink the Planet vlog. So stay tuned and speak to you shortly. So just coming into Wendover now, one of my favourite little countryside towns, and also is the little town that houses somewhere called Wendover Woods, which is where I want to take you today, which is one of my favourite little haunts for a ride out. It's basically the highest point in the Chilterns, and in fact you can see it up ahead of me. You might be able to see it on the GoPro, that sort of forested area. There's lots of trails and things up there, walks, picnic areas. It's a great spot just for families to gather and enjoy the summer. So we're going to go and have a little ride up there. Unfortunately there aren't any trails for motorcyclists. There are plenty for mountain bikers and cyclists and walkers, but none for motorbikes. But there are just the normal roads that cars take, which are just fun in itself to ride. So going to head up there, stick around. Here we are, just going to Wendover Woods now. Splendid little spot this. Kind of the Chilterns equivalent of Yosemite Park. Hopefully you'll see what I mean. It's nothing like Yosemite, don't get your hopes built up. But it is nice to have forest trails and things like this available nearby. It just kind of reminds me what a great place, a great part of the country it is to live around the Chilterns. Bit of everything. Not far from London if you want the city, but you've got all this countryside stuff as well, which is just great. Always tempted to ride through here at great speed, but unfortunately not allowed to. So we'll just poodle through. So world peace then, massive subject. I mean, what can you say? I've been alive for 47 years now, and in my life there's never been world peace, and I don't think there's ever going to be, sadly, world peace while I'm alive. However, there has been peace in my part of the world, largely in Europe, ever since the Second World War. People have died, members of my own family have died fighting for peace, so that I get to do things like this, ride around in freedom. So I always remember that. When you think about peace and world peace, what does that mean? Well, obviously it means a lack of war, and To me, that means freedom, being able to do what you want as long as you're not hurting anybody else, and anybody else can do what they want as long as they're not hurting anyone else. That's basically it, freedom, isn't it? I'm very lucky to live in a country that is free. I'm allowed to indulge in my hobbies. Motorcycling is one, which very much gives me a sense of feeling free. And flying, of course, is the other hobby that gives me that sense of freedom, and is something that you're not allowed to do in that many countries. You certainly can in the UK, and the US and France are pretty good for flying. But many countries around the world, you're not allowed to do that because you're not free. So although I don't think we're going to get world peace anytime soon, there's just too many different clashes of ideologies, I do hope that over time it'll become less and less, and people will respect each other's views and just learn to live together. Sadly for me, I think whilst religion exists, that's never going to be the case. I'm sorry if you're one of those people that is religious, but I'm not. I personally believe that religion is one of the biggest cause of wars in the past and currently. It all comes back to that. Anyway, pretty deep subject, don't really want to get into that any further. But that's what Sink the Planet is all about. But I also want to take the opportunity just to show you this fabulous little spot that is Wendover Woods. Very busy at the moment, obviously. Lots of people come out here to spend their time on a nice day. And there are one or two little bits that are good fun to ride as well. You know, actually it's quite ironic talking about freedom down here, because although I'm free to come down here and take part in the walks and trails on foot or with my dog or on my push bike, I'm not actually allowed to come down and ride the trails on my dirt bike, which is such a shame because it would be such good fun. But it is a relatively small area. It's not like Yosemite Park, despite my earlier comment. And people, if they're out for a quiet picnic or whatever, you get fed up with the noise of bikes, which is a shame. However, I can ride this bit, which is just the track that cars come down to park up. So I'm just going to enjoy this. And there's a little bit I can go further down here, I think. Dogs in this part of the world. Hello! What a lovely spot. Fabulous views through the gap there, I don't know if you can see that. As I turn around, and that's the sort of end of the bit that I could do. Wouldn't it be great if I was free to ride these properly? Well, he was happy to see me, if nobody else is. Right, back onto the, in quotes, legal part, where I'm just as entitled to ride as anybody else is allowed to drive here. Really come here at the wrong time. I normally come here at a quiet time of day, either at the end of the day when people are sort of coming home from work, or early when there's not many people here, and that I don't disturb or annoy people. Thank you. Cafe there. Very nice. The great thing about riding through here on these roads is that they're one way, so you know there's no traffic going to come the other way, which is nice. Although of course you've got to be careful of things like muntjac deer and so on leaping out the side, so you can't go herring around. But a very nice spot to ride round. Hopefully not annoy too many people. Hey, bit of air. So I'm looking forward to seeing the other videos that people have put up at this exact same time. Oh, here we are. One-way road, but cyclists, of course, they're allowed to ride the wrong way down it. Yeah, right. Sorry about that. A little bit of a whinge there again. I don't mind cyclists riding that way, really. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the other vlogs that people have put up. The good thing about the Sync the Planet initiative is that everybody's supposed to upload their vlogs with the title Sync the Planet and then their channel name. So it should be very easy if you search on YouTube for Sync the Planet or Sync the Planet 2015 after sort of Saturday night, Sunday morning, when people have had a chance to edit their videos and put them up and see what everybody else has been up to. But as I say, I had it very easy, just the middle of the day for me. No real hardship, lovely day as well. It'll be interesting to see some of the vloggers from around the world, see what they got up to in the middle of the night or early in the morning on their motorcycles. Okay, that's it for me for this time, just a short one. Hope it was of some interest, and look forward to speaking to you soon. Until then, this has been the Missenden Flyer. Cheerio.